I have an important message in today's video, so please watch all the way through so you can get the benefit that I'm trying to share with you. But in life, just as in network marketing, there's some risk involved in just about everything we do. And I tend to see a lot of people that aren't willing to take any risk at all. They're not willing to go outside their comfort zone when it comes to having any kind of like a home-based business or a side hustle. And let's be real, you have to step outside your comfort zone just a little bit, even if it's just, as an example, if you haven't sent your first email, it could be something as simple as that. Believe it or not, there are people that are, they're reluctant to even send an email or click on an email, a link in an email. So it kind of goes from there to a person that would, invest a whole lot of money in a restaurant or anything else like that. But in network marketing, the cost of entry is so low. I think quite often people just have they treat it more like a hobby than they do a real business. And if they've done some research online, they just think like, hey, this is one of those things that I'll try. And they give it a good go for about a month, and when nothing works out their way, they give up. And it's like, you can't do that in your career. If you want to become proficient at let's take for example a trade where you're going to be a plumber, electrician, an HVAC service tech. You can't just like try it for a month and give up. If you plan on becoming a true professional, it's going to take a minimum of 4 years to become really proficient as a journeyman, and then probably another 2 to 4 years before you're going to be able to take a master's test and become a master tradesman. So it takes a significant amount of time to become a true professional. And I understand why in network marketing it is treated that way. And I think a lot of the responsibility falls on a lot of the marketers out there. They're marketing these businesses as a pie in the sky, get rich quick type business, when it's not. It really is a true business, and it needs to be treated like a true business. Now, with that being said, even though the cost of entry into a network marketing business sometimes is $30, right? One that I've been talking about recently, AI Matrix Spillover, $30, right? That's your cost of entry. Just about everyone can do that. There's not a lot of risk involved, but since there's not a lot of risk involved, someone could easily just give it up and say, well, I tried for a month or two and this just doesn't work. What it takes to succeed in the businesses in comparison to being a construction worker or starting a traditional style business like a restaurant or a plumbing company or anything else like that, it's significantly easier. And because of the way the compensation structure is in network marketing, it's actually way better than a restaurant business or a tradesman type business like a plumbing business. There's a whole bunch of risk involved in those type of businesses, and the failure rate of those businesses is significantly high. So network marketing, you really have to give it a chance. If you're interested in the business that I've been talking about recently, AI Matrix Spillover, you're gonna have to give it a shot for longer than a couple of days or a couple of months. You really have to be a determined person that's coachable and willing to follow a simple blueprint, right? If you just say to yourself, well, I'm gonna give this a shot, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You might as well just not even give it a shot, right? Joel Tarian, he knows that having an email list with customers that are with people that are interested in network marketing or having a home-based business, some type of a side hustle. He knows that having a large email list of people that are interested in that is the way a lot of network marketers create their fortune and create a huge residual income. I can't guarantee that that's something that you're going to do, but if you have a large email list, the likelihood of you being able to write an email, as an example, if you had 10,000 people on your email list and saying something to them just simply to the fact of, hey, check this out, this is what I'm doing right now, you may be interested in sending it off to 10,000 people. Even if you have a low response rate, I think you can understand with those kind of numbers, you're going to have people that are interested, that make a purchase, and you get to reap the rewards of that relationship, right? So it's really important to understand that just because the cost of entry is so low, just because you hear a lot of hype on the internet, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have to do a little bit of work. Do I think it's easy? I think network marketing is, or affiliate marketing, right? I'm involved in both, but I think that it's significantly easier than a lot of the other jobs that I've done in my life. And the way the compensation structure works, every other job I've had in my life, I've had to go to work, do the work, and then if I didn't show up the next day, I didn't get paid. And I never continued to get paid from the work that I did the day before. You understand? Like in network marketing, you want to build a business where you do the work once and you continue to get paid over and over, because the person that joins the business consumes the service or product. And so therefore you get to get compensated because that customer, the person on your team, continues to use the product or service. So it's a great relationship. And the other thing I love about network marketing is you develop a lot of skills that you never get to develop as an employee, right? There's nothing wrong with being an employee, and some people stay at the same company for 30 or 40 years, which is perfectly fine. I'm not knocking having a job. It's really important that you do something with your life, so I'm completely not knocking it. But what I am saying is network marketing just provides a better way. It's just a better way of earning income. And it's also really important in this industry when you see a trend going on, like AI Matrix has done. You see a product and service that's hitting the market and the company is in pre-launch. That might be a train that you want to hop on, right? I highly encourage you to hop on that train, because the person, Joel, that is the owner of AI Matrix, he's been around the industry for a very long time, and I really believe that good things are going to happen with this business. Obviously, getting in early and having a sense of urgency to get in early, and because of the compensation plan and all the other benefits that come with getting in the business early, you're going to get to reap the rewards for it. So most important message I want to give you in this video today is just, you have to be determined in whatever you do in life, and especially in network marketing. The only way you fail is if you quit. I have to admit, I've been guilty of that myself, right? I've kicked myself from some of the businesses that I've been involved in that were in network marketing, where I stopped 3 feet before gold. I stopped when I should have kept going, and I bought into negative people giving me information that I shouldn't have been listening to. So if I could encourage you to be diligent, don't have fear, and just put one foot in front of the other. follow directions. And, if you happen to, connect with me and you want to be on my team, I'll be here for you to, guide you in what I'm doing so that you can basically just copy it and use a proven plan. So hope you got something out of this video, and I'll see you on the next one.